Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set, ready, 18 Gator. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Ready.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Throwing his Lock on third down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, Eddie! Check 21, check 21. I'm coming!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down now. Alston, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check. Check. 53 is mine. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go.
Now Allen operating from the gun. And that's caught by Beasley. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. You can't.
Operating from the gun. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, check round 80. Check back 21. Let's go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locked again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but now it'll be 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Allen off the play fake. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he finds Beasley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. John Brown, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Block off of play action. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 29's a must. Hey, come on now.
Block now on first down. And that is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Block will try again on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsay here. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Night, sweetheart. Bang, 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 bang. Shift.
Half 85, half 85.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they could do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's first and 5.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
21, check back 21. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Allen's throw is complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And again, it's Allen. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Allen, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get there. Watch twist.
And again this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Broncos take
Play to
over
win.
first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Ready?
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Okay, ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Just 6-6. Pull it high.
Locke now on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marquise Goodwin scoring a touchdown against his former mates as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Allen. And the grab by Croft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Alston. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Alston. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got 3 down.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Broncos 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
To the air, Allen. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Mike's 43. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now is Allen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Block now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check it out, please.
Pilot, 64, weak. Big grip.
Here's Locke to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Set, ready? 60 or. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From midfield, here's Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Locke will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Locke looks to throw it again. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Set. 8, read.
49. You ain't going nowhere. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
61, matchbox lights.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got one.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
He's not going to get me.
Now Locke again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free. And it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Lock going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. Have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
53 is the money. 53 is the money. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw. He finds his target, John Brown. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a
They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On second down, Alston. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alston. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. To throw it is Locke. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Locke. Gets it off to Freeman. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, box truck.
Back to throw, Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Allen to throw. And he finds Beasley complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Hey, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Yo.
To throw is Allen. Going deep here for Watkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Here we go.
First throw of overtime for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
You draw quarters. Snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Spine. No.
Protein spill.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defense. They haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
132 fighter. Get it.
Running right, this is Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Broncos, The win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles